What up? Top of the top. What's up, y'all? What's good today? What's up, Kim? What's up, Shayla? King of New Jersey. What's good, bro? What up? What's the word? Apex. What's good? Dramatic. What's up, y'all? What's up, family? What's good? How y'all doing today? Lady Love. What's up, Lady Love? What up, John Shab? Y'all know what's up. J.E. What's good? What's up, Faith? Y'all know what's up. We back at it again on a Wednesday. Episode 378. Couple things we're going to talk about today. Y'all know how I go down around here. Salute to everybody that's here and everybody catching the replay. What's up, Jamila? I see the family up in here. What's good, y'all? Y'all know how I do it. Y'all know I'm going to holler at y'all later. What up, Alan? Where you been at, boy? All right. Shout out to y'all that been waiting. Shout out to the people that just tapped in. Shout out to the people that just found the channel. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Y'all know how I do. Right now, we're going to get into it. T.I. had a response for LIL BOOSIE. I know a lot of y'all already saw it, but I'm going to give my opinion. And we're going to take a look into some more of T.I.'s behavior. And in my opinion, T.I. been an agent. See, you got snitches, agents, informants, all that. But in my opinion, T.I. been an agent. I'm also going to show y'all facts how we already know. I put it like this. Atlanta is the home of the boule, the upper echelon. But you also got to know that's the home of the civil rights era. Basically, the key players in the Democratic Party, the black voice, the black any black agenda, it gotta go through Atlanta politics. But my point is this. See, all they did was replace the civil rights era with the rap game. I'm gonna prove that to you. How they was using those rappers as political figures to push agendas the whole time. That's why I told y'all, damn near every agenda they got pushed, it got pushed through Atlanta because it wasn't gonna get pushed through New York. They wasn't going for that. But down there, they used them. Most of them was used as pawns. I'm gonna show it to y'all. I'm gonna prove to y'all today that T.I. been a fraud. Anyway, it's all my opinion. All right. So shout out to everybody that's here. What up, Chris Miller, Lipinski? I see my family. What's up, Shayna? Annette, what's up, y'all? What up, Ken? What's good, y'all? All right, let's get into it, y'all. Y'all know how we do, man. Shout out to the replay gang. Don't forget to share, subscribe, hit the all notification bell. Let's go. Yeah, I'm also going to talk about Creed 3, that movie that's out. I don't know if it came out already, but Michael B. Jordan, a Rocky knockoff movie, because Sylvester Stallone said he ain't rocking with that Creed stuff. But Michael B. Jordan, he has another opponent, and it's the actor by the name of Nathan Majors. And he outright sold out. And we're going to get into that of these dudes still wearing dresses for $1, still doing suspect things, but then some of them already was suspect. They just act straight. See, people think they be straight and they act fruity. No, they be fruity and they act straight. Anyway, let's get into Mr. T.I. He's another shapeshifter, fraud. But see, he crowned himself King of the South. Nobody gave him that name. He tell you, he crowned himself that. And here another one. When he came out, he got with everybody that was hot and he slid in the game. But his name is Clifford, right? Clifford. But he showed you the image of he's the trapper, the king of all trappers. Mind you, this man already had charges on him. He already was around a lot of suspect behavior, like his so-called cousin Phil that got killed. They say T.I. was the one that started that whole event, that whole drama in Ohio, and this man got killed over what he started. Well, maybe that was the plan to take Phil out. I don't know. Anyway, this clown, this dude that wear a lot of costumes, he has something to say back to LIL BOOSIE. So for those who don't know, I know you already heard it. I covered it yesterday, and everybody else covered it. That LIL BOOSIE did not want to do this album no more because T.I. snitched on himself and told everybody that he told before. So he messed up the project. LIL BOOSIE is smart. He know if he get anything snitch affiliated on his jacket, he won't be able to make no money no more. So LIL BOOSIE had to separate himself from it. But I'm going to throw this in here too, y'all. This is my opinion. They got a peep game. Did y'all peep how All the attention went off Jay Prince and Takeoff and all of that. See how I went on Takeoff to them? Now, mind you, all of this is going down in Atlanta. See? You see when that heat started picking up on Takeoff again? See how Jay Prince on the fire? Remember Offset was on the fire? Remember how all of them was getting watched closely with that fake ass beef? I told you that was a fake ass beef. Because long as nobody found out who killed Takeoff and the killer's still walking around and nobody can figure out who did the hit, everything is gravy. But you got to remember, T.I.'s fresh out of Atlanta. Lil Boosie be in Atlanta a lot now. I don't know if he got a crib there, but I know for a fact Lil Boosie does a lot of his works in Atlanta now. But my point is this, you'll see all of this took the distraction, or should I say took the attention away from the Takeoff situation in Jay Prince. There, a lot of this shit is political shit, man. So I'm going to be honest. T.I. and Lil Boosie might not even really be beefing. I got to be real with y'all. This might be a front too. Hey, that's just my opinion. All right, so let's take a look at what T.I. said. He said, yeah, so I don't know if it's your OG uncle that needs to see it. Hold on, man. They cutting grass. Hold on. Anyway, man, I'm here. I'm going to have to talk over this because they cutting the grass, man. You feel me? So look. Like T.I. said, right? He's talking to Lil Boosie, but he going to post it on his Instagram. He said, I don't know if it's your OG uncle that needs to see it, but I got my paperwork ready to show. Pull up, my number the same and my address the same, my nigga. To get on the net and speak on shit you never spoke to me about is leaving me to believe you've been hiding your heart the whole time. I don't never speak certain disrespect on your name, reputation about. See, you gotta remember this dude be talking crazy. Basically saying the convict code, say when in doubt, pull the paperwork out. If you ain't did that now, I don't know what type of time you on, but I say it again. If was a question or confusion about anything I said, you could have called. Basically, T.I.'s running his mouth. He talking sideways. He basically saying, Lil Boosie, if you wanted to know what was good, you could have pulled up at the crib. I could have showed you the paperwork. But like I told y'all, a lot of that paperwork shit be a joke too. Why? You got people make up fake paperwork on somebody snitch. You got niggas that did snitch, make fake paperwork, say they didn't snitch. Either way, that paperwork game is a fucking game. Because T.I. got enough money to get any paperwork doctored up that he wants to. And he's a fraud. Because if T.I. was really about that business, would he have not posted the paperwork on the internet, y'all? And it still don't mean it was a fact. All T.I. had to do was put his paperwork on the gram. But no, he wanted to stretch it out. Basically, he tap dancing. All right, now look. He basically telling him, Lil Boosie, I don't know if you or your OG want to know if I snitch, but basically saying you could have pulled up and checked the black and white like I'm offering now. Either way, my nigga, I ain't bound to no niggas' opinion of me. Because what they think will never overrule what I know. So don't wonder no more, homie. Answer the if. Pull up. See, the question was if he's a snitch. So that's why T.I. keep addressing if. Basically saying, if you think I was a snitch, you should have pulled up and found out for yourself. So basically, T.I. is talking a bunch of nonsense. So he basically saying, pull up, see the paperwork, and then go report back to the rest of these niggas who opinions matter to you so much. Because I could give a fuck about what no nigga think about me. The tail should never wag the dog. Leadership leads. Man, I ain't about to read all this shit because he full of shit. See, T.I. think he's smart, but he ain't that smart. So I'm going to show you why that nigga ain't that smart. Because this nigga been playing the game the whole time. So this also what he said. I expected more from you. This shit ain't solid. Obviously, I thought we was something we wasn't. So as you see, T.I. is trying to speak himself out of it. He's trying to finesse. But look, I'm going to show y'all something. We're going to look at how, I'm going to show you how this man been a fraud. And I'm going to show you how he been dealing with them politicians. What does politician mean? We just gonna say government. All right. I know it's city officials. This man been working with the government. I'm gonna show y'all. Because he already knew one day them guns and him get out of jail was gonna catch up with him. That's why a couple years ago, T.I. been trying to get on some conscious stuff. Because nobody wanted to hear what he had to say. Then you gotta remember that whole consciousness, that woke movement, it's a fake movement. You didn't notice how you started seeing all these people that was talking one thing, now all of them talking about woke and the government and all this other stuff. It's all BS. And you'll see most of them did become woke until Trump was in office. And the woke people was really a bunch of Democrats in another organization stirring up pots. Did it not also say that Black Lives Matter started out in Atlanta? I think that's what I heard. I don't know if it's a fact. We know the CDC out there too. You know the people that was giving you the number on C19, them giving you them numbers play by play. Yeah, that's in Atlanta too. But my point is this: any agenda that deals with the Black community has to go to Atlanta. When they were saying that when they were saying that Black and brown people are the most people in America with HIV, where do you think the reports came from? Because that is the home of the civil rights era. That is the home of Black Greeks, Black secret societies, fraternities, and they all work for the white man, and that's their job. So my point is that is the stronghold. But I'm going to show y'all something. I'm about to get into it. See that? Boom. Y'all forgot when T.I. was hanging with the mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Bottoms. Oh, the one that threw you off because her name was Keisha, so everybody looking at her like she hood, had a little cut, a little pixie cut. Feel me? That man been running with politicians. See, you got to remember, the new world, they made politics look cool. See, they made it look like it's cool. And it's hip. See, remember, all politicians got to be hip now. Remember since Obama? Yeah, he played basketball. They got to be hip. They got to have swag. But the whole time, they wore some sheep's clothing, and T.I. know that. So I'm showing you. Do you think if T.I. was a real criminal, do you think the mayor would sit down with this man and do any type of business with a real criminal, a real drug dealer, unless he's what? Down with the program? Let's carry on. Him and the mayor had a very close relationship. And there's something else happened too. Around the time he got caught with them e-pills, he was running with them politicians. So it's a political thing. And I'm gonna show y'all else. It's another politician he run with, and he was getting other politicians blackball. He was messing up other politicians' campaign. This dude is an op. Let me show y'all something, y'all. Check this out. Stacey Abrams. A lot of y'all don't know who Stacey Abrams is. Remember, I spoke this story. This the woman right here that was promoting for women to not have kids and to get a you know what. She was promoting get an AB. She was promoting Black women. Basically, she said out her mouth, y'all should not be having kids if you can't afford them. And she said it on the stage, and she was promoting ABs, for those that know what ABs is. Know what I'm saying? But this is another thing. Y'all didn't notice whenever they got to have a face to represent the Black community, they always got to have a goddamn nappy hair, a fake-ass natural. Y'all ain't never noticed that shit? It's always the one. Now, we know in our community, and we know when Black women get dressed to go out, they do not wear hair like that, and they do not look like that at all. We know this. But you're going to see all the people that are so-called playing that game, or they in these fraternities, or they run with them people, they always got to have a nappy hair look. You feel me? Now, I done showed y'all pictures of your ancestors. Y'all already know. Your ancestors didn't walk around like that. See, after slavery, when they cut your ancestors' hair off, you feel me? Because they didn't want that heritage to show, and they didn't want that hair, that so-called kinky hair that grow down your back. See, that same hair y'all fry right now. Well, that same so-called kinky hair, if you let it grow, it'll grow down your back. But see, they knew that. That's why it's always been a law amongst them to cut your hair off. Cut it, and then as time went on, they told you to fry it. They told you to put a jerry curl in it. They told you to do everything to your hair except for what? Let it grow out. So whenever they got a Black face to represent the Black community, they got to make sure they get a Black woman with a nappy head, aka called a natural. But see, you don't got to wear your hair natural for it to be looking kinky. But that's the Black face right there. Y'all ain't peeped the game yet. But now I'm showing you, T.I. was running with her. T.I. was running with her. Politicians. See that? I forgot to load up the picture again with Young Jeezy and Obama. If I got time, I'll do it again. I'll load it up. Show y'all Jeezy with Obama chilling. Wasn't Jeezy and T.I. tight? Don't you understand, to be around the president, you got to have a certain clearance? Anybody can't just be around Obama. Didn't y'all know that? If you got to have a clearance, what type of clearance? You got to have a government clearance. Stop playing. T.I. never been a gangster. Stacey Abrams showing you right here. Politician. You feel me? This woman right here. See? Now I get to show y'all what I was telling you. How whatever agenda they want to push, they put it on a Black face. Now let me show you her background. See how she looked like a Black woman? See how she looked like? See how she's supposed to be a nigga, right? I'm going to say it raw. Now look. This woman went to Yale Law School. She's very highly educated. She's highly, you know what type of education I'm talking about. Yeah, see? Law school, all of that. And NAACP awards, we know who run the NAACP, the same people that ran it in the Martin Luther King days. See that? Boom. All right, boom. Previous office, Georgia State Representative. So she's not in office no more, but she was a state representative. So you see him with state representatives. You see this man with mayors. Don't forget, Young Thug is locked up. Young Thug is locked up because he didn't play the political game, even though he had power in the city of Atlanta. That's why he had to go. That's why I showed y'all, in my opinion, Gunna was working with these people too. That's why Gunna was able to get that premiere on CNN a long time ago when he told on his friend in a murder case. CNN headquarters is in Atlanta. All Democratic agendas get pushed through CNN. Why you think Trump didn't rock with CNN? See, all of this shit is a movie and it's a game that they've been playing on black people's brain. But my point is, T.I. was somebody else disguised as a so-called gangster. Shorty Low told you he was the real king of the West Side. Anyway, let's look. Atlanta rappers are getting into politics. It's not sitting well with everyone. Critics argue that it looks a lot like the old-fashioned dynamic of rich folks meddling in city politics to further their own interests. See that? Let me show y'all, man. That's why I took a little long to do some research. Atlanta, check it out, y'all. This is the history. 4 generations of Atlanta, the birthplace of the civil rights movement. Stop right there. That's where Martin Luther King and all them started the whole movement. But it wasn't Martin Luther King. It was the white Democrats, because I broke down to y'all the original Democrats were Ku Klux Klan members. Or they had the power on it. When black people, whatever you want to say, people of the country that was already here, natural, were Republicans. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation. Now you see why they had to take that out of school? My point is this. Your people was Republican. Your people got threatened not to vote. See, when they tell you that BS, or your peoples went through this to vote, your peoples couldn't vote. And no, your peoples couldn't vote Republican no more. And they got beat and whipped to be Democrats. That was the job of the Ku Klux Klan. But this goes back to the Lincoln days, when the Klan was flaming and burning down the property and hanging people that had power and influence. That's why when you go back in history, I told you before, when they was hanging people from trees, they wasn't just hanging regular people. They was hanging black business owners, black people that had land. They was hanging black people that had power and influence that were Republican. So they had to start a campaign ushered by the Ku Klux Klan to start putting the fear of God into the chest of the black Republicans. Why do you think Jay-Z and Nas made that song a mockery called Black Republicans? They were actually clowning. But my point is this. It was the Klan's job to torture and scare the crap, and anybody that went to go vote, they beat their ass and made them vote Democrat. So now you got what you see now, that blacks are Democrat, because it was a breaking process. Now, mind you, you have the right to vote what you want to vote for. I'm not trying to tell nobody how to vote. We just going into the history on how the same people that created. Look, man, after slavery, certain blacks got certain privileges and benefits. A lot of them were the blacks that had white in their blood. Slave masters' blood. Those were the favorite pick of the litter. Those same black slaves that had white genes, long story short, master gave some of them land, gave them certain privileges, and they started giving them churches, and they started giving them schooling, and then they would put their people in position. This is how the first upper echelon of black people started. That's why if you go back in history, you'll see the first prominent black people that were allowed to be successful were what, y'all? Preachers and teachers. Because the preachers and teachers controlled the mind of the black people. This started right after slavery. You got to know the history of Charleston, South Carolina. You got to know the history of Virginia, certain places, and you'll follow the chain. That's why to this day, teachers and preachers, They were giving them, put it like this. They always knew they had to pick certain blacks that could control the other blacks. Remember that? That's the history of Nat Turner. But see, Nat Turner wasn't a coon, and he woke up and realized they was trying to use him. And when he started reading the script, he understood that it was time for him to rebel. You feel me? But they was trying to use Nat Turner because he was very articulate and very smart, and they used him. See, that's what they did. They was trying to use him to brainwash the others. This been going on since back in the day. So in the early 1900s, when they started allowing blacks to go to, they started making them their own colleges. This became the colleges that you see that are praised to this day. In Atlanta, Louisiana, Grambling State, Spelman, all these places, all of those were strategically created after slavery. What's up, Rondell? Because they knew one day that the Negro had to be educated. Why? The Negro had to be educated because the massa knew to control, we need certain niggas that are educated to control the rest of them. This went on since back in the day. That's why we looking at 100 years later, we see the same shit. Only thing I'm breaking that down is now is no more. Now they move all agendas through music. That's what they was doing the past 10 years, 15 years. Remember when I showed y'all that thing with 50 Cent yesterday with Kanye? Well, basically, once they shut down gangster rap, they started using rap to push all their agendas. I broke down how they put rock and roll into rap. Where they do that at? I told you they did that first in Atlanta. Check the song Party Like a Rock Star. They was the Shop Boys from Atlanta. When you see all that weird behavior started coming out, Laffy Taffy, all that. Remember that Laffy Taffy stuff? Where that came from? You'll see, once they got it, they started pushing all their agendas through their music. But I'm going to get into that. For generations, Atlanta, the birthplace of the civil rights movement, has served as a black mecca, a beacon of progress and potential for black Americans looking for more money, more opportunity, more housing. Black politicians, key word, black politicians played hardball with white power brokers in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Making sure African Americans got a piece of the financial pie, from city contracts in the airport to the airport makeover to the 96 Olympics. The face of political power in Atlanta was undisputedly black, middle class, college educated, largely middle of the road, but black. Why? Because this was the plan. See, after the civil rights era, like I said, you know what Martin Luther King promoted. Well, shit, if you can't beat them, join them. Well, once they joined them in a form of politics. And that's why the whole America, the powers that be, decided on they would make Atlanta the home of the black Mecca. This is what had a lot of people running there to this day, and a lot of people around Atlanta are fucking homeless and fucked up right now because they believed the dream. But little did they know it was the puppet master controlling that shit the whole time. But my point is this. I'm going somewhere with it. So as you see, for generations, but it started from Martin Luther King. It's the home of civil rights, the home of the boule, the home of black people that work for the white man. I'll just say that. All right, the so-called white man. Check it out. Hold up. Let's go. What up, Wax? I see you in here. Today, the face of political power in this heavily blue city is still black and democratic. But now, as the explosion of the entertainment industry turns the city into a Southern Hollywood, a new and some would say unlikely form of black political power is emerging here. Hip-hop moguls. See that? They turned the rappers into politicians to help push their agendas, the youth. That's why I told y'all, man. Atlanta just symbolizes Greece in Rome. That is the home of the Greek fraternities, Greek behavior. So a lot of people saying Atlanta got the most rainbow people. It's only, I put it like this, every city in America got a rainbow community, but that rainbow city in Atlanta, or should I say, that is the home of the Black Greeks. And the Black Greeks are the number one people that deal with that rainbow agenda. And in Greece, that was normal behavior. just like romance. But we call it bromance. See, my point is, they all know what they're doing. That's why this is the home of everything foul, because that's what they made it. This is what I'm saying. This is not about picking on no city. This is not about trying to disrespect no state. I'm just trying to show y'all, man, they've been playing this game of divide and conquer, and they're going to keep doing it, and they got people that work for them, and all they got to do is act hood, act street talk, ghetto slang, and you're going to keep going for it. T.I. is the master of that. But this is what I'm trying to show y'all. Now, look, it was something else that Mr. T.I. did, and I'm going to get to it. But as you see right here, today, the face of political power is what? The blacks in Atlanta, Democratic Party. All right. Now, boom. Now you see why when Trump was in, every single day, they always going at Trump every day, every day. Some black celebrity had to go at Trump. That was their job. I told you that. Their job was to go at Trump because the Democrats control the music industry. A lot of y'all still ain't get that through your head yet. They control it. They've been controlling it since day one. Anyway, let's continue on. Atlanta is a global entertainment capital, transformed from a once mid-sized city of 2.4 million in 1992 to a sprawling megalopolis of nearly 6.1 million. Even that word metropolis, megalopolis, that's Greek word. That's Greek terminology. Anytime you see the word opolis, that's all Greek. It's Greek wording. But my point is this. See, Atlanta is a global entertainment capital. How, y'all? Is it based on talent? Or is it because the powers that be said so? Which one is it? Now, I broke this down to y'all when I was showing you the rap game of how all the executives got together and moved the game down south. You see, that's why L.A. Reid from Atlanta, he became the head of Def Jam. When he became the head of Def Jam, at that time, it was all about Atlanta rappers. But before that, it was really ludicrous. But this is my whole point. You'll see the game change when two artists got signed from Atlanta. Who is it? Young Jeezy. When, put it like this, when Def Jam signed Young Jeezy, a lot of things changed. The game was shifted to Atlanta, and Big Meech had to go to jail. Because Big Meech went to jail, that was politics. Big Meech had too much power and influence over the city. See, I'm trying to tell you, when you get taken down, sometimes you get taken down just because of your influence and power. Sometimes it has nothing to do with no money, no crime. Your influence and power, when you're a threat, that's where you got to go. Big Meech, you might as well say, was the mayor of Atlanta. You get it? And maybe he didn't play hardball with them politicians, so they said you got to go. Or they might have got him for all this money and set him up and just got him out the way. That's how they do this shit. And then you'll see around the same time when Jeezy was popping, who else was popping? Mr. T.I. It was all strategized, y'all. All you got to do is go back to the years of 03, 04, 05, 06. It was all strategized. But look, Ludacris partnered with former mayor Kasim Reed to bring the hit Broadway musical Fela to the city. Killer Mike. Don't Killer Mike always be talking politics? Wasn't Killer Mike always going hard about gun laws? Don't Killer Mike always do with politics? Thank you. Who do Killer Mike not run with T.I.? Yes. Get it? Showing you Ludacris politics. Now, do New York rappers do all this politics stuff? No, never did. You know what I'm saying? But they already knew when they switched the game. And when you hear Killer Mike and them talk, they always going to talk about the civil rights era. Because most of them are kids of the civil rights era. And now they don't do civil rights movements, they rap. That's how they do it. Anyway, as you see right here, Killer Mike, one half of Run the Jewels rap duo, and T.I. sat on the transition team for former Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. 2 Chainz showed up at a recent city council meeting along with Killer Mike. See, even 2 Chainz. Now, mind you, 2 Chainz, T.I. was the main niggas telling you to trap. I sell crack. I bust niggas. I bust that gun. They was the main ones pushing that shit, right? But the whole time, these niggas dealing with politicians. Moore lost the race in a runoff with Dickens, a 48-year-old engineer turned city council member. In a TMZ video that went viral shortly after the election, check this out. Now, it was a black woman running for office, but they didn't want this particular black woman to get elected, so they used T.I. and the other rappers to go against her. Peep game. Now, in a TMZ video that went viral shortly after the election, Moore claimed the disinformation campaign cost her the race. T.I., she said, should learn to stay out of politics. They say that this the woman right here. Once again, what did I tell you? Didn't I tell you when you're a black woman and you dealing in politics and you around them people, you got to wear your hair nappy? Told you that. Thanks, Shireen, for donating to the channel. There's a certain image you got to have. See, if a black woman want to be in politics, you can't wear no, you can't be on fleek and all that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You can't wear your hair how you really wear your hair. You got to cut it off and wear it nappy like that. Because that represents the black woman. See that? But really, you look like a modern day slave. I'm going to be honest with you. And they don't want your hair looking no other way than that. Anyway, y'all got tricked to call it rocking a natural. No, that's not a natural. A natural is when you let it grow. That's a natural. Anyway, check it out though, y'all. Now, this the woman T.I. set up and made it where she couldn't make office. Now, you see, Felicia Moore is an American politician who served as the president of the Atlanta City Council. She was elected to office in December 2017. Party, Democratic Party, member of Atlanta. So, what she said out of her own mouth right here. T.I., she said, should learn to stay out of politics. That nigga been in politics because that nigga's an agent. Now check it out. This is what T.I. had to say. This is what T.I. said to her. You aren't fit to sit in the seat of the mayor of Atlanta. You don't understand, you dig? We run this town. Now guess what slander campaign they put on that woman? They lied on a woman and said that when she was running, if she get elected, she gonna shut down all the strip clubs. They put a bogus lie on her so she wouldn't get elected. And who did it? Mr. T.I. See that? And the lady told you. Let me show you again. T.I., she said, should learn to stay out of politics. Why? Because that nigga's in politics. And he's a fucking fraud. That's why. He never was a gangster. Never. He just talked a lot. And you went for it. This is my point. Who else? 2 Chainz. This 2 Chainz with the mayor of Indiana. What the hell you doing with the mayor of Indiana? Just showing you these niggas deal with politicians. Who else? Lil Baby. I'm gonna show y'all Lil Baby. Look, Lil Baby. Lil Baby recently got honored by Atlanta with his own day in the city. Now let's ask a question because we ain't stupid. Thank you, Simply Put. Thank you for donating to the channel. Let's ask a question, y'all. Common sense. Why the Lil Baby? What the hell Lil Baby do to get honored by the city? What made him get keys to the city? Because of that dumb-ass music he promote, right? Because of that stupid-ass, crybaby, whining-ass, slow-ass music, right? Because he helps make the people go to sleep. That's his job. But you see, he in bed with the politicians. Now you see why his team got indicted and he ain't going to jail? And I said it. That whole thing about him might get indicted was a hoax. Because that man know he ain't getting indicted because he the one who told on his own people. That's why you'll see in Atlanta, a lot of people fell, and the people that were supposed to stand are still standing. When they wanted to take out King Von, they did it in Atlanta. Why? If you do it in Atlanta, it'll get away clean. See how it works? Atlanta is the home of the dirty black politicians, period. The scammers, the one that do the dirty work for the powers that be. That's where they at in Atlanta, all right? And it's the home of smoke and mirrors. And they want you to think that that's the black capital. Yeah, it's the black capital, but those blacks are controlled by their master. That's all it is. And so I'm just being honest because this goes with the agenda. Killer Mike, see? Killer Mike with the mayor. The ex-mayor, see? Politician. These niggas are political figures perpetrating a fraud. These niggas are the kids of politicians. We don't know who T.I. daddy is. We don't know who these niggas' family is. And he probably had to marry Tiny. You get it? Fixed and arranged marriages. But see, they all been with the shits and sold you a fucking dream. Look at T.I., a clown. Y'all know they clowns. They clowns now. See that? They were all handpicked to do their job. And they did it, and that's it. Now you see why Tiny ain't go to jail? Now you see why T.I. ain't go to jail? Because they play the game and they down with the shits. And their whole job was to make you follow them. And a lot of people watch that TV show. I used to watch it. But at the end of the day, I know that represents dysfunctional family. The same family that run trains on chicks. See that? Everything dysfunctional goes on out there. And it's cool. But my point is this. I just wanted to show y'all how all of that became a lifestyle that the whole world followed because that became your culture. And I told you, these are the people that promoted entertainment and rap as your fucking culture. These are the people that helped to dumb you down. And now you see that Ain't nothing changed. It got worse. But these are the people that was with the shits. That's right, y'all. That's right. They all was industry plants, all of them. And that's why Shorty Low had to go. Because Shorty Low was the real rapper from Atlanta streets, and he had real clout, and that's why he had to go. See? And when T.I. didn't, see, really, in my opinion, maybe when T.I. got set up with them guns and they took him out the spotlight because he wouldn't comply. But ever since he got away with them guns, that boy been down with them people. That's all I'm going to say. Now, I'm going to give him a pass. Maybe before he got caught with them guns, he wasn't with them people. But after he got out and did that commercial, he been with them people ever since. That's my opinion. Now, let's get into the next topic, y'all. Because you know how we do episode 378. Yeah, I'm regular today, man. Sometimes I just like that shit. Some of this shit is just, it is what it is. Creed 3, the new movie coming out. Creed 3, featuring Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors, a.k.a. Nathan Majors. A Rocky knockoff. Y'all know half the movies, half the music now is nothing but remixes because they have ran out of creativity and they know you ain't buying the shit they selling, so all they could do is recreate shit that already been out already. So look, let's look at this dude, because this man, Nathan Majors, another so-called black man, made a buffoon of himself, and he did it in Ebony magazine. And it's mighty funny, it happened exactly when the movie's coming out. So we already know what that means. He had to put his work in, huh? But let's check it out. Because I'm going to show you how these black men are deceivers. And the whole point was to trick black women. And they've been tricking black women for years. Why? Because black women spend the most money. I'm not going to go into that today. I already been there. But let's take a look at this dude, Nathan Majors. Now, mind you, this man had pictures so low, I could not post them all. But I'm also going to show you another point, that a lot of these dudes are male prostitutes. You feel me? And another thing I'm going to prove and show y'all. Shout out to my brothers that are legit, that work out in the gym and handle their business and go home. But I told you, it's a lot of men that made the gym a lifestyle. I showed you on this channel the history of the gymnasium, which goes back to Greece. And I broke down and showed you how that is where men came together. I broke it all down to you. Woman was not allowed in the gym. I showed y'all the whole history of the gymnasium, because that is Greek and Roman culture. But now you see in America to this day, it's some black men, they love to hang out in the gym. And it's not to get their body right for women. That's my opinion. But shout out to the brothers that are straight, go work out, stay in shape, and go home. I ain't talking to y'all. All right? But I'm going to show you what I've been telling people about. How they took the gym and made it something else. And niggas took working out too far. See? This is him. Who does that? See that man arm wrapped around him? This is the man supposed to play the tough guy in Creed 3. But look at him right here on Ebony. And this man got pictures that are filthy that I never was going to post on my channel. Straight sellout, straight male prostitute. See? But some people going to watch the movie and they might not never see these pictures. And they going to think he's solid. Because I saw them promoting the movie. They was at the All-Star Game weekend promoting, they pushing the movie. You feel me? Now look, like I said, these are the same dudes that be perpetrating a fraud to women. Oh, I like his muscles. But the whole time, man, this dude don't even want you. See that? He's specifically dressed in the Roman Greek attire with the roses. See that? See, I already cracked the code on that. In my opinion, I think the whole Valentine's Day holiday was really about bromance. That's why Cupid, the little boy, you get it, shoot the arrow in the man buns. You ain't never seen no ancient Valentine's stuff with no woman. And maybe Valentine's Day was the day the married men went to be with their other lover. Who knows? I don't know. But showing you, man, the culture. And that's why everything they put it on a black face. See? Who you see claiming Greek Greek culture more, white people or black people? Now, there's a lot of white people in Greek sororities, fraternities, but guess what? They don't wear it on their sleeve. They let your people do it. See that? Your people, because your people do everything the most. They say because your people don't have no knowledge of self and they don't know their culture, so they do anything and follow everybody's culture. So I just wanted to show y'all. Look, I ain't showing y'all other pictures, but I wanted to show you a black man selling out that represent what we already know. What? Feminine behavior, emasculated men with no nuts. Men that's not going to stand up for nobody or nothing. What Rondell say? Hey, man, it look outright to me, Rondell. I don't even want to say it. It look outright to me because they talking signs and symbols. So he telling you what it is without saying it, right? Come on, man. Y'all know what Zesty look like, right? But that's how they play the game. And Michael B. Jordan played the game too. They all play the game. See that? And they'll get him to play the role of a tough guy. But meanwhile, he like Terry Crews, the director of the film, probably fondled him already. You feel me? Yeah. This is how they let the powers that be know I'm available. He's available. You get? So it ain't about them in Hollywood tricking you. No, you got dudes that sign up for that. They sign up for it. You feel me? And he got a lot of pictures. Like I said, I was not going to post that on here. But I just want to show y'all how it's dudes like him that understand it's his physique that get him paid, and therefore they already know they male prostitutes. Then you'll see him in the gym with his so-called trainer, and his trainer got his arm wrapped around his arm. These dudes are suspect, like I told you. Has nothing to do with the women. But women spend the money. That's why they've been selling you this dream forever. Did I not tell you what your shirt off represent for real? See, a lot of people thought shirt off represents Roman and Greek culture. I got another one for you. Remember how they showed you them slave movies or slave things? What they showed you. When they came to look at the slaves, what they do? Made them take their clothes off, didn't they? And they would examine them, feel on their chest, look at their body. Oh, this is a strong buck right here. That comes from slavery. That comes from black exploitation. It comes from prostitution. Another thing people forget, that some of those slave masters were gay. And some of those slave masters were doing things to those black male slaves. I already broke that down to you. That's the whole science of buck breaking. Buck breaking, they took the most masculated slave with the most muscles and they broke his ass on a sex farm. And then they made him have sex with all the women and planted seed. This is how they put that seed that's circulating to this day in the DNA. A lot of stuff went on. See, we just always was trained to talk about how they raped our black women. Guess what, y'all? They raped a whole lot of black men too. That's the part they don't tell you about in slavery. And you look it up, these are facts. They ran trains on black men, they ran trains on women in the slave house, and they would have orgies. This is how they first started to pervert the people of this land. And to this day, the same behavior goes on. And it's promoted. Where is it promoted at the most? You figure it out. Slave mentality, man. So anyway, this is a slave mentality. It's a modern day slave. It's all he is. Why he do this, y'all? To get a movie role, a contract, a check. You see the white ladies in the background? You see that? Because they know these niggas ain't nobody, man. So that's why I say they not black, they Greek. This is another trend in America that's going on. Y'all already know. Grandmother of 11 dies after undergoing BBL surgery. Doctor is only fined $10,000. Now look, we had this conversation, right? I said a lot of people that got them surgeries, one day, a lot of them gonna have the answer to that. Mind you, the purpose of getting a BBL surgery really was just to do a little something. See, it really was for enhancement. You see, white people been getting plastic surgery for decades, since the 80s. Niggas are late. But see, being that niggas are followers and they got to do everything the most and they got to outdo you and everything. So when she get this size, I got to get a bigger size and a bigger size and a bigger size and a bigger size. You see how niggas do? Always got to do the most. But little did people know that these procedures were not supposed to be done like that. If a woman was lacking in certain areas, the whole purpose was to, spruce it up a little bit. not overdo it. So being that a lot of women have overdid it, and first of all, let's be real. You got to be in shape before you get it. See, most black women, I got to be real, y'all, they don't be in shape. They get the surgery, then they go to the gym. But really, you're supposed to be in shape before you get the surgery. So some women already got health issues and don't even know it, and they get these surgeries, and guess what? A lot of this stuff is going to compromise their body. A lot of this stuff is going to start to malfunction. Now, let's ask another simple question, and I'm just making stuff up because it's alleged. Don't a lot of stuff got an expiration date? Who's to say the silicone they putting in them don't got an expiration date? Who's to say that already in their mind, they already know this surgery is only going to last a certain amount of time? People that have gotten hip surgeries, certain surgeries, you know, every so often, certain things got to get updated or will malfunction. But who's to say? Now, mind you, look how many women got the surgery and didn't have the right medical coverage and didn't get it done the right way. Let's look at how many women walking around right now that got surgery but don't have medical coverage. Let's think about that. Every woman that ran and got their body done, half of them right now do not even have a doctor, because those are the same chicks that were not even going to a gynecologist. Stop playing. So what that means, a lot of chicks that got the surgery, a lot of them are subject to disease, meaning infections that get in your bloodstream. Some of those infections might be in these women's bloodstream for years before they even know or die. So eventually, if you get an infection in your body, your womb becomes polluted. A lot of people don't know this. According to NBC Miami, a 47-year-old Indiana woman named Tanisha Walker traveled to South Florida for a breast reduction in April. Let's pause right here. Who was the number one people promoting surgery, BBLs, butt job, titty job? Was it not the Housewives of Atlanta? Was it not Atlanta? Does not the whole world follow Housewives of Atlanta to this day? Girl trips. Everything you see them doing. Hip Hop Atlanta, Housewives of Atlanta, the whole world has been following for the past 10 years. And BBLs is one of them that promoted older chicks getting their body done. But the difference in them, they were going to top-notch doctors. They got health insurance. You and your people, y'all was going to anybody. And it's just the facts. But let's go back into it. Because look, a woman died after getting her body done. Now look, the woman reportedly made a decision after she was denied the procedure by another facility. So one facility said, it's not a good idea. You should get this, ma'am. She ain't listen like some people do. That's hard-headed. Y'all know who the hard people are. She went somewhere else. Walker woman opted to later add a liposuction and a Brazilian butt lift to her list of cosmetic procedures. Walker was reportedly in the recovery room at 11 a.m. and according to the outlet, Walker was in good spirits. She was then transferred to the Chasing Dreams recovery home. However, during transport, the 47-year-old woman reportedly became unresponsive and the owner of the facility decided to take her to the hospital. See that? Walker's niece, Tanisha Middleton, later shared a statement with reporters regarding her state during that time. When she came into the truck, she was telling them she was lightheaded and she didn't feel well. So after the surgery, as you see, she got lightheaded. Walker reportedly died 3 days later. Walker's health history and plastic surgeon's decision. Now look, according to Black Enterprise, the Department of Health determined that Tanisha Walker was not a good fit for office surgery. Dr. Paul Goldberg explained that she would have been a better fit for a hospital surgery. See that? So instead of getting it done at the hospital with the right coverage, she went to a side doctor. And a lot of chicks went to side doctors. What does that mean? A lot of these surgeries are going to malfunction. A lot of people are going to have to get reductions eventually. Why? You're going to get older. Your body is going to start letting you down. Your body is going to start deflating. And that stuff going to start getting a lot of women sick, in my opinion. So let's look at history, y'all. We know women have always been beautiful and did not need none of that. But a lot of women forgot that a lot of that BBL stuff was really created for transgender women. And then you seen women doing it harder than transgender women. And now you see a lot of women looking just like transgenders. And that's how some men, when they go out in the club and they drunk and high, they don't know a woman from a transgender because they all got the same surgery. Where they do that at the most? All this was a program to get you to destroy yourself and to destroy your future generations. I already broke it down. It's the games they play with the man to destroy himself and the games they play with the woman to destroy themselves. Meanwhile, whole race gets destroyed. No more reproduction, no more future. Everybody's out of here. That's all. So I'm just telling you, I ain't here to knock nobody. I'm just telling you what it is. Now I'm going to prove something else to you. And yeah, today is not going to be a long show at all. Check this out. That popped up on my Twitter yesterday. This is very important right here, y'all. This is what we've been talking about. Now look. USA facts. The nation is changing. Understand population trends and any demographic shifts, including race, ethnicity, and age in your neighborhood and across the country. Stop right there. What I've been talking about to y'all on this channel. How many times I said the world is changing, things is changing. We being replaced. Replacement game. This deals with replacement game, y'all. This deals with the change that's in your face right now that you don't see. What it's telling you, understand population trends. Did I not break down on this channel the science of trends and how trend and fashion is used to control the people? This is why I told you half the trends the population been following, been trends that lead the population astray. And they did it through rap music. They did it through social media. What's the demographic shift? A lot of people don't know about demographics. Demographics is where you live, your neighborhood, how things function in your area. They're changing all of that. The demographics have changed. Why? Your neighborhood might have used to been heavy black populated, but now you got white people. Now you're going to have Mexican. Why? You're being replaced. I told you that. They're telling you right here, the nation is changing. Understand population trends, meaning you're going to start seeing different things in your neighborhood. Like before, you used to see dudes on the block chilling. Now you're going to see somebody allegedly white walking a dog. Get it? That's the changes. That's the demographical shift. It's called what, y'all? Regentrification, gentrification, whatever you want to call it, remix. They let you know ethnicity, black, white, Spanish. See, the race game. What else? The age game, old against the young. They say in your neighborhood and across the country. How is the population of our nation changing? Do you see it? Told y'all this shit changing. All of this key word is population control. Told y'all that's the agenda. That's why I said today I came on, but I ain't really got time to play. So this is why I'm showing y'all. This is the big secret. This is the big plan. And I'm never going to forget when I heard that man say, he was talking, it was a Republican man. He was talking and he said something that stuck in my head. He said, the main thing Joe and them on is making everything seem like it's okay. They say that's the number one thing is part of their plan is to make everything seem normal, but the whole time it's a whole lot of stuff going on. So I'm showing you right here. The nation is changing. Understand population trends and any demographic shifts, including race and ethnicity and age. My point is, this is my point, y'all. This thing is called USA Facts. The key thing you see, usafacts.org. But the main thing it says at the bottom, how is the population of our nation changing? What does that mean? Some of the people that's around now are not going to be around no more. I kept telling y'all that shit. The people that been living on a certain frequency, they have killed that frequency. Salute, Jules. Salute everybody that's here. This is real talk right here. This is why I had to tell you, all the political figures, all of these celebrities, anybody that's under an oath or is paid, bought, and sold, know what's going on. The whole key is so the people do not know what's going on. That's why right now, I don't care where you're from, look up some rent like you want to move somewhere and look how high that rent is. And then if you got common sense, you will see it is impossible for you to just pick up and move, especially if you got a family. All you got to do is go to your supermarket. You will see the prices jump. Yesterday, I told my people this yesterday. Yesterday, I just found out one of my favorite farmers markets is closing. Matter of fact, it's already closed. People went there, the shit was closed. They put a post on the internet, said, we sorry, we had to close. And they've been around for years, farmers market. What does that mean? That was one of the places where I got the freshest food from with no steroids, no nothing in it. Straight from the farm, straight to the market. Well, that farmer market closed. Now, what I get from that? Two things. The people that run that farmer's market already know it's the crash coming. For two, they understand they're not going to make money because of inflation. They don't want to charge their people all this extra money for some chicken, and you get it? So they cashing out. Anytime I see a farmer's market closing that been around for years, and they sold hot food, they sold smoothies, they had it all in there. If you want crab leg, they got crab. They sold it all fresh, organic. They closed. That let me know the inflation is real, it's going down, and the people that know they cashing out and they going to hide. That's what's going on right now. You take it or leave it. So that's it, y'all. For real, ain't too much going on today. Another thing I wanted to show y'all yesterday. Cameron got a new TV show, and he interviewed Scottie Pippen's wife. That ain't the point. You see Mace right here. Cameron and Mace, y'all know they linked up. But I want to tell y'all, all of this Cam doing now is despite Jim Jones. I showed you Jim Jones the other day looking bad. Now I'm going to show you Cameron. Why am I showing you Cameron? Because I want to show you as a rapper how you're supposed to evolve. Do you see Cameron still trying to be a rapper? You see Cameron wearing suit and tie. Cameron is basically focusing on being the next Stephen A. Smith. But he's doing it on his own platform. And common sense, he's going to get endorsements. He's going to create revenue. But you see how you're supposed to evolve from a rapper when you get a grown man? Now, if he want to rap, he can rap for his own show. Get it? This is called evolving as a man. This is what I was talking about. Ain't nobody been trying to shit on no rappers. I'm trying to show you're supposed to evolve. That's why Cameron's still doing good. Joel Santana looking bad. Jim Jones looking bad. But don't forget, Jim Jones and Joel's, they the ones that came up with a plan to go against Cameron. But you see Cameron still straight, right? You see Mace still good, right? Then you got to remember Mace and Cameron were childhood friends. And maybe it was Jim Jones that got between their friendship because Jim Jones was Mace's #1 hater. But now you see the friends are back together. Jim Jones looking bad. And I'm going to say shout out to Cameron for evolving, showing you that you can start out as a rapper, but you can do many other things. Dummy, you can use your face for other things. You ain't got to keep trying to rap. And you can make money off commercial ads, sponsors. You ain't got to rap no more unless you want to. Just want to show y'all evolution. That's it. But so let's think about it, y'all. Any rapper that's broke or going through it is because they were stupid and didn't make no moves, period. See, it's like a hoe. See, when you used to getting pimped and you ain't got no pimp no more, you don't even know how to move on your own. See, a lot of these rappers are used to getting checks. And then when the check stopped, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to pimp themselves, basically what I'm saying. You see, when you see people like Snoop Dogg, he know how to pimp himself. When you see even people like Ice-T, certain rappers are smart enough to know how to pimp themselves. Meaning, I know you want to exploit me for my image to push your brand. Well, pay me and I'll do it. You pimp yourself. You don't wait for no check. Meaning, you got to get it how you got to get it, long as it's legit. But see, the dumb rappers, all they wanted was a chain and a car and a crib they could rent. That's why you see Jim Jones lost his crib. They didn't make the right business moves, which shows what? They never grew up. You got to grow up mentally. Now you see why the white man used to call us boy. See? When they was calling us boy, that was trying to say we was a boy in the mind. People didn't understand that. That's why every rapper that came out the past 10, 20 years had to put Lil in the front of their name, right? Or Young, boy. Because the whole science of the so-called black man is he has the mind of a child. This is what our people was fighting against back then. They don't call me boy. I'm a man. And it was about a mentality. But you'll see now it is a lot of men that have the mind of a boy. Baby boy, I told you this, man. This is the biggest scheme of things. So when I see Cameron evolve to show characteristics of a man, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is about imagery. I told you we dealing with image wars. So if a young boy see this, they say, damn, I can start my own sports show. I can start my own show doing whatever. That's what this is about, evolving, man. You a rapper, instead of buying Lambos, nigga, start your own car dealership. Why you ain't got no car dealership, bro? Why you ain't got no supermarkets? Why you ain't got your own factory? Print out your own clothes. Because they didn't invest. Like I said, Jimmy got all that money. When Harlem was getting remixed, why Jimmy ain't buy no buildings in Harlem? Common sense, man. That's enough of that. So I'm gonna go back to the top of the top, man. Then we're gonna get out of here. Today, one of them days. We here, but I'm like I say, sometime I do shows and I ain't really into them. Some days I am. Today, I ain't really into none of this shit. T.I. responds to Lil Boosie snitch talk. Actor Creed wears a dress. Ain't nothing new. T.I. sellout. Know what I mean? I showed you his connection with government officials. You want to catch the replay, you go take it from the top. I showed you this dude is a shapeshifter and a fraud, period. You even seen recently he tried to be a comedian. He tried to be woke. He tried to be a comedian. He tried to do everything, but he know he can't sell that gangster image no more. All right? He gave a big response to Lil Boosie, basically saying, if you wanted to know if I was a snitch, you could have pulled up. I would have showed you the paperwork. But like I said, T.I., why you ain't just put the paperwork on the internet and let the people see it for themselves? But I still know about paperwork tricks. The paper could lie, whether you're right. The paper can lie on you when you know what I'm saying, when you're wrong, meaning the paper gonna lie. Because nowadays you got technology. Think about it, y'all. If people could make counterfeit money on the internet, what the hell you think they could do with any document? Can they not make fake socials, fake birth certificates? Anybody can make fake paperwork, whether it's for good or bad. You can make fake paperwork to say you didn't snitch. Somebody can make fake paperwork to say you did snitch. Either way, the paperwork game is out the window, because now with computer and documentation, anything can be manipulated. No, T.I., I want to look at your actions. I don't care about no paperwork, because your actions tell me something different. You know what your actions tell me, fool? It tell me you run with the government. And I know the government do not run with street thugs unless they are compromised. See that? T.I. been with the mayor. T.I. been with Georgia representatives. This woman right here. This the black woman that promoted black women don't have no kids. Basically, get rid of your kids. Don't have no kids if you can't afford them. That's what she said. And she basically was saying, you need to go to the clinic. That's what she was saying, y'all, not me. All right? Now you see it with the ex-president, Jimmy Carter. Y'all recently heard about him being sick. This man was the same president selling your people hope in the 70s, before a lot of us was born. He's still around because they all have to have their meetings in Georgia. A lot of people understand that Georgia was one of the strongholds of the Ku Klux Klan. They used to have Ku Klux Klan rallies on Stone Mountain. Go check the footage. You research it yourself and find that out. That was one of the strongholds of the Klan. But when the Klan started hiding their face in the Democratic Party, the Klan started hiring black people to do their work. And that's what you see to this day. All right? Showing you, man. She worked for the Democratic Party. This woman went to Yale. Yale, the home of who, y'all? Skull and Bones. She's in the pocket. Blackface. And as a blackface, you got to wear kinky hair. All right? You can't be no black politician trying to be on fleek. You got to look a hot mess. You got to fit the narrative of your ancestors being a slave. And you got to look like a modern-day slave. That's my opinion. All right? But I showed you. T.I. and them, look. Atlanta rappers are getting into politics. It's not sitting well with everyone. Told y'all that, man. A lot of these rappers been used as pawns in the political game. And they've been with the shits. I showed you this black woman. T.I. helped it where she would not get elected in office. Said it right here. T.I., she said, should learn to stay out of politics. See that? And they spread a false rumor on this woman saying that she wanted to shut down the strip clubs, which was a lie that T.I. and Killer Mike and them orchestrated. See that? This is what T.I. told a woman. You aren't fit to sit in the seat of the mayor of Atlanta. You don't understand, you dig? We run this town. See what he said? Now you see why he don't go to jail? See Killer Mike with the mayor? You see Lil Baby get his own city, get his own day in the city, his own holiday. They in bed with the politicians. You take it or leave it. All right? The same way Lil Durk walked away from those charges. Where at? In Atlanta. King Von. Look, Lil Durk and King Von allegedly had a murder charge in Atlanta, allegedly. King Von got killed in Atlanta, allegedly, which he did. And people say it was police right down the street, allegedly. But you'll see King Von didn't get no justice. Lil Durk got out both situations. He got out the situation of that murder, and you see Lil Durk name ain't come up nowhere in that King Von murder, and they gave him a pass. See that? Because you got to have enough sense to know the mayor of Atlanta was in bed with the mayor of Chicago. That's why you seen Lil Durk posing with the mayor of Chicago. They are under who? The Democratic Party. It's not hard to see they control the rap game. See that? Now you see why Jay-Z had to be up under Obama? Now you see why when Hillary Clinton ran for office, Jay-Z and Beyonce did that whack-ass concert that flopped for Hillary? Now you see why Jay-Z's name was on that flight list going to them Democratic parties with Oprah and them? Now you see why they all under fire? Politics. Now you see why them black Republicans been ending up dead lately? All right, figure it out. It's my opinion. All right, I'm done with it. Thank y'all all for pulling up. Also, don't forget 2 Chainz running with the mayor of Indiana. All of them deal with politicians. That's why you see the stuff they do. New York rappers and LA rappers never was doing. Never. See? They had a stronghold in Atlanta the whole time. I also showed y'all this fraud right here in the movie Creed that they want you to go see. All right? This Mr. Nathan himself, Nathan Majors, Michael B. Jordan homeboy, that are starring in a new movie, Creed 3. A knockoff, fake-ass Rocky movie. All right? But this what they selling you, and we ain't buying it, and I'm out because I ain't trying to keep talking about this. Salute to the chat. What's good? What's up, Bree? Oh, yeah, you right, man. She do make it look bad, man. She do. That's Beetlejuice. Killer Mike was my patient once. Okay. Trap Medic Beats. Like I said, man, I ain't here to offend nobody. I'm just speaking what it is. I'm just speaking my opinion, man. Everybody got their own opinion, man. But people got to understand another person's opinion ain't going to make your life. What other people do is not going to make your life. Stop being so damn concerned with people saying and doing and just worry about what you're saying and doing. That's my whole point, y'all. What's good, though? Good to see everybody, man. What's up, Jewel? What's up, Jamila? What's up, Malaya 420? What's up? What's up, Alan from the UK? Good morning, Miss Jackie. What's up, Miss Jackie? What's up, Shayla? All right, y'all. So, like I said, nobody cares about T.I. Nobody cares about none of this stuff, but they making a trend. And like I said earlier, if you notice, last week, a couple weeks, they was hot on Jay Prince's ass. Remember, everybody was on Jay Prince's ass about that takeoff situation? And remember him and Offset was fake beefing, like I told y'all they was fake beefing? Told y'all. There he go to another distraction. See, this distraction of T.I. and Lil Boosie threw off the takeoff situation. And then you'll see all of this stuff took place in Atlanta or has something to do with Atlanta key figures. And meanwhile, Young Thug in jail. And Young Thug, he wasn't with the program. That's why he had to go. He had too much power and influence. Dramatic. What's good? What up, TG? What's good? That's right. New Lots Ave. 3 Train, Pennsylvania Ave. All of that. You already know what's up. Yeah. Shout out to the East. What's good? Most hated. Wax Dog. What's good, bro? Carla McWilliams. Good morning. Everlast Media Group. I gotta look into that. Oh, yeah, I did. You right. You right. That lady in Baltimore did get caught up in some dirt. You right. She was doing a lot of dirt. You right. Yeah, man. Anyway, y'all, man, this was going on. Ain't too much going on, but never forget, all of this is a distraction of what Joe and them doing, man. That's what all this stuff is about. This is the year, man. They got the plans to do a lot of wiping out this year, man. I'm just being honest. That's what according to my calculations, that's what I see. I see that this summer and this and you know, fall, like a lot of stuff gonna be changed, man. Them people getting that tax money, this y'all last run. It's your last run. You better put some of that money up. You better make some moves. But I ain't gonna lie, it ain't no amount of tax money gonna save nobody. You gotta already have something in order. You already gotta be in tune with what's going on. Because the plan, I'm telling you, man, show y'all one more time. They are actually doing documentation and recording this stuff. This is basically a tracking a tracking page, a tracking company. You know what I'm saying? Basically, USA Facts. Basically, what they tracking, y'all? They tracking the population. They tracking the trends. They're tracking demographic shifts. They're also tracking race and age. Remember when I told you the young people got to go? They've been tracking the future. You can't overpopulate with new people. If the young people that's here grow up and had kids, now you'll see. What's the biggest thing they've been promoting recently? Planned Parenthood, right? Were they not promoting them clinics not too long ago? Are they not promoting everything opposite of production? And what else? Do they not have millions of people here that's not supposed to be here? How many of y'all know that immigrants are becoming officers like they're handing out free cheese? They are getting state jobs, city jobs, immigrants. This is facts. All over America, from Texas to New York to Virginia to California. They are here right now and they're getting city jobs, all of that. And y'all know they're being taken care of. And I'm not just talking about so-called Spanish. I'm talking about you got people from Nigeria here all over coming here getting a piece of the pie. And I ain't got nothing against none of them. I just understand the game called divide and conquer that's played by the powers that be. They playing that game. But remember, musical chairs, somebody gonna be left without a seat, remember? Who you think they plan on being left without a seat? Who y'all think? It's the game, y'all. And mostly all the black politicians is down with the smoke. They down with the game, y'all. That's why there's nobody speaking up. If you notice, in every city, they all playing stupid. But they all know what's going on. Because their job is to help the immigrants get in position. That's their job. Now you see why Mayor Eric Adams in New York was paying all that money, $1 million a day, to make sure they have somewhere to live at? Because that was his job to do that. Help the immigrants. But when people from the city need help, you tell them you can't do nothing for them. That's the game they was playing. People in New York needed their rent paid. They didn't want to help pay the rent, but they paid $500 a day for an immigrant. And guess what? While all this was going on, everybody was quiet. Ain't nobody say shit. So that means what they say, silence is approval, right? So remember, they had to trick you to go to sleep to be silent. So you was only silent because you were asleep. But little did you know, you being asleep and silent, you gave them approval to do all the stuff they're doing. I'm talking to the powers that be, that so-called be in our community, and they so-called our voice, and the people in our community that so-called rich and got all this money. What is all your money when your word ain't worth nothing? What is all that money when your word don't hold no weight? You still a pawn. You just a pawn with a lot of money. That still ain't figured the game out. But that's my opinion. You also see who else been the most quiet of all time in history, y'all? The preachers, the pastors, the bishops, the churches. When the last time you drove by a church, walked by a church, and heard the church rocking so loud, you heard that voice outside the church? The church is not get the most quiet as y'all, tell the truth. When they want to get somebody to vote, and when they want to elect somebody Democrat, who's the main people that push the agenda of go vote? Is it not the church? A lot of people didn't know that a lot of these churches were nothing but spy houses for your community. So we had a saying of a church on every corner. That was actually the old school camera on every corner. See, they don't need church on every corner now. They got facial rec. But before the facial rec, it was the preacher. The church watched over the block and reported back. This been going on since slavery. I just broke it down to you. How the first ops or the first agents were preachers. Because the preacher job was to brainwash the slaves and go back and tell master what the slave's doing. See, we also know them as house you-know-who's, right? It was a whole structure they had to put together in order for things to work the way you see now. So everything we see working now is basically a 100-year-old program. That's why this right here is telling you the new program. The new program is we don't really have to waste time with these people no more. Let's just get them out the way, because now we got other people for them. That's what they're telling you, man. That's why they got a website called USA Facts. This is really a population. This is really a population studier. That's all it is, y'all. Anyway, don't forget that. Theo. Yeah, the brat. Y'all know I wasn't gonna wait. That, and look, like I told people yesterday, in my opinion, that stuff that's going on with the brat is another sign the world coming to an end, man. That's it. They said in the last days you're gonna see I'm telling you, it's nothing that I'm gonna see that's gonna surprise me. I don't care what it is, it ain't gonna surprise me, because those are the signs. Like I said, it's not the fact that brat is pregnant. She's 48 and pregnant. She with a woman that already got kids. So it's like they're not even a real, you get it? Who's to say the brat ain't been straight the whole time, just playing that role to push that agenda? Who's to say? That's how this thing worked. The brat job was to promote that behavior. That was her job. But who's to say the whole time she wasn't straight anyway? It's all a game. It's all a dirty game, and somebody got to do it. Who else up in here? Yeah. I know 2 studs personally in my life that got pregnant, man. They was my homegirls, you know what I'm saying? I know 2 that got pregnant in my lifetime. I first witnessed that like 2014, man. Then again, like 2018. So I've been seeing that stuff. That stuff ain't been nothing. A lot of them studs be perpetrating a fraud too. A lot of them was perpetrating a fraud to finesse women. You know what I'm saying? They just turned into dudes and was finessing women for somewhere to live. A lot of that. And the whole time, yeah, she playing that role, but at night, she getting dealt with. She with that homie she with, you think that's a homie? Now he hitting that. You know what I'm saying? Her body under that stud behavior, whole nice, perfect body. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them was fronting. That's a fact. That's a fact. And a lot of them, I ain't gonna lie, I've been seeing too, been going back. A lot of so-called lesbian allegedly going back straight. I showed you the dude, a lot of dudes that was promoting, they was calling themselves gay, they going back straight. So, hey, that's what's going on. Some people coming back straight, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Hey, people do what they want to do, man. I ain't here for that. But anyway, man, want to act like they got, oh yeah. I knew one who got pregnant twice by the same man while with a femme. Yup. Yeah, that's how it happened. Yup. Some chicks was literally just going around turning chicks out for their own personal endeavors. That's right. It's all good though, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. And y'all have a good day. Y'all stay right. Yeah, we still live around here. I'm just cruising today. Other than that, y'all stay tuned. Episode 378 for No Fame Live. Y'all keep the day going. Y'all stay right. I'm out. 1.